So we had a terrific race yesterday with 4 phenomenal champions here. We'll start with our wheelchair division. In each of the wheelchair races, the champions left the field behind. Manuela Schar earned her 2nd Boston Marathon title, and Daniel Romanchuk took home his 1st. Manuela, after being the first competitor across the half marathon mark, earning her the Abbott World Marathon Majors bonus points, she crossed the line in 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 19 seconds, keeping her atop the Abbott World Marathon Majors standings. And she now joins Edith Hunkler as the only Swiss women to have won a pair of Boston titles. So Manuela, congratulations on your victory. Can you tell us about your race and how it feels to earn your 2nd Boston medal?
Hello? Yeah. It feels great to be back after last year's experience, which was the worst I ever had in marathon racing. Now being back, and we talked a lot about the weather. It was really difficult to make all the decisions before the start because we didn't know what to expect weather-wise, and we always have to make a lot of decisions according to what kind of gloves do you use, what clister, what kind of push rim, what clothes do you put on. So I'm really happy that I made all the right decisions, and I'm really happy to be back here.
Thank you. And what's next for you?
London Marathon in 2 weeks.
Wonderful. Daniel, finishing first in 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 36 seconds. You also earned the Abbott World Marathon Major bonus points at the half and made history by becoming the first American men's wheelchair champion since 1993, which is before you were even born. Daniel, can you tell us about your race and how special winning Boston is for you?
Like Manuela said, it was very difficult to choose the equipment that we wanted to use that morning. Most of all, I'm very honored to bring back the Boston Marathon win to the States. It's just a very humbling experience.
And how do you intend to celebrate your first Boston win?
Right now, I'm thinking about what's upcoming, which is, again, London. But I'm sure I'm going to fit some celebrating in somewhere.
Wonderful. And moving on to the open division. In the women's race, Worknesh Degefa ran away from the field beginning at 5 miles. Worknesh, what does it mean to you to be a Boston Marathon champion?
የቦስተን ማራቶን ማሸነፍ ላንቺ ምን ማለት ነው?
እኔ ቦስተን ማሸነፌ ለኔ በጣም ትልቅ ነገር ነው። ማንነቴን የሚቀይርበት ከሰዎች ጋር የተዋወቅኩበት ሩጫ ስለሆነ በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል።
Winning Boston Marathon is big. This is going to change my life. This marathon introduced me to the more world stage, and now I met so much people. Winning again Boston Marathon is everything.
It's wonderful. Congratulations again. And in our men's race, Lawrence Cherono won both a marathon and a sprint in one of the most thrilling finishes in the race's history. Lawrence, can you tell us about that speed? Where does that come from?
Okay. According to the race for yesterday, it was so fantastic to me, winning Boston Major. It was so grateful. It was not easy. I started to calculate how to tackle the finish line because it was not predictable. While when you are in a competition until the last 500 meters with 2 people or more, it will be difficult for you but I had to calculate. For sure, my opponent was very strong, but to me, I said, let me not give up, because everything I have to focus in my life. So I started to say, let me just kick, anything can happen. But at the end of the day, I became a winner. So it was very terrible. To me, it was that race I have never run in my life. It was so, it became amazing to me later. But when I was finishing in the line, me myself, I was very tired, actually. But all in all, to be a winner, it motivates you, and I became more happy by winning it. Yes.
Thank you. And questions from the audience for our champions?
Daniel, can you tell me about there was a lot of back and forth in the early stages of the race. The pack formed and it broke apart. Different people took the lead. What was that interaction before you and Soitima finally broke free?
So the start of the race, I knew that I don't go down the hills as well as most of the field does, so I knew that I was going to be behind the pack at first. Ernst Van Dyke and Aaron Pike were out in front for a little while with a chase pack that I was at the very tail end of. So it's a lot of sort of an accordion with a lot of the rolling hills. So, you know, going up them hills, it would become more of a dense pack, and then going down the hills, it would just stretch out. So there's really just a lot of that for a while. And then Marcel put in a few attacks so that I think really started splitting up most of the pack before halfway. So it ended up just being three of us before the halfway.
Any other questions? Barbara.
Worknesh, was it your plan at the very start of the race to take off so early and run by yourself?
ከመጀመሪያው ጀምሮ እቅድ ነበረሽ ወይ መርተሽ ለመውጣትና በዛው ደግሞ በቀጠልሽበት ሁኔታ ላይ ለሮጠሽ ለመጨረስ?
በመጀመሪያ እኔ መርቼ እንደዛ ከ5 ኪሎ ሜትር ወጥቼ አይደለም ማምራት የፈለኩት፣ ግን ሩጫው ሲቀዘቅዝ እንደ አጋጣሚ ነበር የወጣሁት። እንደወጣው ደግሞ ወደ ኋላ ሳይ እኔ ከዋኔ ጋር የነበሩ መስሎኝ ነበረ። ወደ ኋላ ዞር ሲል ማንም ግን አልነበረም። እኔ ደግሞ ወደ ኋላ መመለስ እንዳልነበረብኝ ካልኩሌት ሳደርግ መሄድ እንዳለብኝ አሰብኩና በዛው ሄድኩ ማለት ነው።
After we ran 4-mile mark, the pace was too slow, and then I decided to take off. I turned around my head, no one behind me. I kept going, and then that decision made me to the winner.
Worknesh, was there ever a doubt in your mind? Did the crowd tell you how big your lead was? I mean, did you always have confidence, or did you say, maybe I made a mistake?
ስትሮጪ ውሳኔሽ እየመራሽ በነበርሽበት ጊዜ የሰው ድጋፍ ስታይ ሰው ሲጮህ ያረኩት ውሳኔ ትክክል ነው ብለሽ ታስቢ ነበር ወይ ይደርስብኛል ብለሽ ትሰጊ ነበር ወይ?
በእርግጥ እንደ ይደርስብኛል ብዬ ፈርቻለሁ። እሱን የፈራሁት ግን ከ25 ኪሎ ሜትር በፊት ነው። እስከ 25 ኪሎ ሜትር ከማንም ሳይጠጉኝ መሄድ ከቻልኩ ከዛ በኋላ ግን እያየው መቀየር እንደምችል ስላወቅኩኝ እና ሁለተኛ ደግሞ የሰው ድጋፍ ከጎኔ ስለነበረ ከመጀመሪያው እስከ መጨረሻ እኔ ብቻዬን እንዳሮጥኩ እያወቅኩኝ ውስጤ በደስታ ስለተሞላ ከዛ በኋላ ይደርሱብኛል ብዬ አልገመትኩም።
Yes, I was a little bit nervous. If I push myself until 25K, if there's nobody around with me, I was a little bit worried again. And then after 25K, if they are coming close to me, I have another gear. I will change my gear. And even now I run by myself, it doesn't mean I run by myself. The crowd gave me boost, so I run with the people.
Any other questions?
Maybe for Cherono, that race was so close and so photo finish. Was it your hardest race you've ever done and come this close to?
Definitely, it was very hard for me. It is I never ran race like this, so it was my toughest race.
Did you have confidence in your kick at the end, knowing that Ethiopians are well known for their finishing kicks?
Actually, to me, I was so determined because the base that we have came from since that 7 kilometers. I knew that the kick will not be that much hard, so everybody was almost exhausted. So we were trying to push ourselves, all of us. So I said, anything can happen. Let me follow.
Worknesh, you're the national record holder in Ethiopia in the marathon distance, and you have only run 3 very flat, fast marathons in Dubai, winning one of those. How does the Boston course and the Boston win compare to Dubai, the course, and that one?
የኢትዮጵያ የክብረ ወሰን ባለቤት ነሽ። 3 ዱባይ ሮጠሽ እና አሁን ደግሞ ቦስተን ሮጠሽ አሸንፈሻል። ስተነጻጽሪው እንዴት ነው? እንዴት ታይዋለሽ?
በእርግጥ ዱባይ ላይ ሰዓት አለኝ፣ ቤስት ሰዓት አለኝ። በዛ በሰዓቱ በጣም ደስተኛ ነኝ። ግን ከዱባይና ከቦስተን ስንል ደግሞ የዱባይ ሩጫ እዛው ዱባይ ነው የሚቀረው። እዛው የሮጥኩለት እዛው ነው የሚረሳው። ይሄ ግን እስከ ዕለተ ሞቴ ድረስ ከኔ ጋር የሚጓዝ ነው። ስለዚህ እኔ ከዱባይ ሰዓቴ ይልቅ በጣም ደስተኛ የሆንኩበት ሩጫ ይሄ ነው።
Even though I ran Dubai, I won. It doesn't mean nothing. I left that race. Winning time is right there at Dubai. Winning Boston Marathon will remain until I die. This is a big deal, winning Boston Marathon. Winning Boston again, it means a lot to me.
More from Manuela. Last year, the toughest conditions you could expect for wheelchairs especially. I mean, there's like a 40-minute difference in winning time this year from last year with the same athletes, the men 30 minutes or something like that. You had the lead till, I believe, around 10 miles last year before you dropped out. Did you come back this year with this feeling like there's unfinished business I had to do?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, that last experience was just like, it was still in my head. And yeah, when we got out there yesterday morning, I had a deja vu and I thought, wow, this time I'm gonna make it better. But I was still really happy when it cleared and when it was actually really warm and nice. So when I passed that area where I had to drop out last year, it came back to my mind for a little while, but now I made peace with it. So yeah.
Manuela, in London, you'll have the chance to complete the Grand Slam for the World Marathon Majors. Can you talk about that, what that would mean?
Well, I haven't thought about it for a long time, but it came to my mind, of course, yesterday. That's a big deal. I don't want to get too involved with that mentally yet, but of course I want to win London too.